نساء العالمين ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. السلام على الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. السلام على التسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين عليهم السلام. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. To start our majlis, inshallah, this is a Husseini majlis. We want to obviously allow the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, my name is Ali Al-Hilli, and inshallah for the next 10 nights, we will be having every night, we're going to ask a question, okay, so that we can all try to figure out what's going on in our lives, whether it's purpose of life, whether it is the hijab issue. There are lots of challenges that you guys, mostly the teenagers, go through. So we're going to go and try to find out what is actually going on and try to answer some of the questions. But very importantly, it's important that we also interact and we talk to each other, because this is not, of course, a typical majlis. I could have sat down here in a big pulpit and talk to you, but I want you to engage with me, inshallah, so that we can have a beneficial discussion, inshallah. So I'm going to do regular salawat, so to wake people up. I know that it's important you can recognize. So the first thing I want to say is put your mobiles away. Unless you're going to write, if you want to record, it's fine. Or if you want to write notes. But otherwise, no playing with your mobile, please. It's very important that you try to focus, inshallah. And yeah, don't try to focus on who's coming, who's leaving. Try to sit down and relax. That's the most important thing here is, inshallah, we're going to try to take some lessons out of these, inshallah. And importantly, no judgment, right? We're not going to judge each other. Whatever we say, it's okay, it's fine. And I want you to take your time and try to understand, and you can ask questions. When I am talking, I want you to ask questions, you can interrupt me. Importantly, I want you to really understand what I'm trying to say here. Yeah? So, if you understood what I'm trying to tell you, then I want a very loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, the first question we've asked tonight, you probably have seen the other questions that we've asked, but tonight a question is, what does Imam Hussein expect from me? Now, the first thing I want to ask is, why do we need to attend and listen to majalis during Muharram? Now, every single year, you guys wear black, yeah? You come to a majlis, your mom and dad tell you, look, you gotta go to a majlis. You say, oh, I'm not bothered. Yeah, I wanna sit at home, do something else. You say, no, you gotta go to a majlis. Some of you are forced to come to a majlis, correct? Yeah? So what is the point of all this? Or they force you to perhaps sit down and watch a lecture at home. Is that true or not? No? You actually come by your own decision. That's amazing. But some of you, I'm sure you are forced to come to majalis. Why do we do this every year? It's not Ramadan that I have to fast, so I have to attend a lecture or something. It's not a particular event that I have to make sure that it's written in the Quran, for example, so I have to make sure that I have to abide by this particular worship, right? Why is it that in every single year we have a month called Muharram? The first 10 nights is what we sit down and we listen to a majlis. Can anyone tell me? We did say it's interactive. Okay, perhaps because it's the start, we got to break the ice a bit. Yeah? So, It's, of course, Muharram, and the reason why we come together is we mourn the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Now, what I wanted to do today is of course, talk about this person. Can you read? What is this? Yes. Hussein alayhi salam. Yes. When we always mention the name of our Imams, we say alayhi salam. We say Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Yes. So Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, who is he? We want to talk about who he is today. Yeah. I know some of you know who he is, but let's try to recap. Who is this person? Why do we commemorate every single year and talk about him? I want you to really understand it today. I want you to leave today by really getting it. You say, that is the reason why my mom and dad forced me to come to a majlis. Yes? Yes. Yes?
Because he's an imam and he tried to fight to save us.
Exactly, yeah. He fought so that he saves us. Yes? He saves us from tyranny. He saves us from oppression. Correct? Right. I need, I think, a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala. If you are really interested in staying here and not doing something else, then say a salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Not loud enough, I'm afraid, so it sounds like you guys want to leave. Unfortunately, you have me for the next few minutes. We won't take much of your time. So, what did we say? We want to talk more about Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Who is this person? Who is Imam al-Hussein? Can you guys tell me? Can someone explain to me? You've already spoken. Can someone explain to me who is Hussein alayhi salam? Please have a seat. Come and have a seat. From the boys. Boys? Who is Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam? No? Okay, from the sisters, yes. Son of Imam Ali alayhi salam, correct? And? Absolutely, yes. He fought against the Yazid army, against oppression. Yazid represented oppression, of course, yes? Represented injustice, yeah? What else? Who is Hussein? Okay, I think it's about time I show you a video. I'm going to show you a video and I want you to listen very carefully. This video will explain to us who is, it's only 4 minutes. I don't want you to sleep in the video. There's no popcorn, I'm afraid. It's not a movie, yes? So therefore, it's going to be just chillax, sit down, relax. Don't keep on thinking I should be somewhere else. I know you guys are thinking I should be somewhere else. No, you are here. You're stuck with me, unfortunately, right? So sit down, relax, and let's try to learn something new, inshallah. It will start working in a bit.
After the death of Paya, the son of Abu Sufyan, his son Yazid came into power as a caliph. This was in direct contradiction with the conditions of the truce that Muawiyah had signed with Imam Hassan 2 decades earlier, where the caliphate was meant to return to Imam Hussein. As Yazid came into power and the article of the truce was broken, he began demanding allegiance from Imam Hussein in order to get support and legitimacy for his rule. Imam Hussein refused to give his allegiance to Yazid. However, the situation in Medina became dangerous for the Imam, and he had no choice but to leave.
So Yazid wanted to make sure that he is the leader. Imam Hussein refused, yes?
Received numerous letters from residents of Kufa, many of whom were demanding that Imam Hussein should come to their city so that they could assist him in overthrowing Yazid. A great deal of deliberation took place between the Imam and his companions, although most senior figures in Mecca told the Imam to abandon his journey to Kufa. The Imam, with his knowledge and wisdom, believed it necessary to head towards the city of the people and had written.
He wanted to convince people that Yazid was a bad person. Yes, Imam Hussein wanted to convince them that the direction that Yazid is going through is a bad place.
Reassured that the grounds were ready for his arrival. During the Imam's journey to Kufa, he stopped at a junction called Jabal, where he was informed about the events that were unfolding in the city of Kufa. Yazid had replaced the previous governor with a more notorious person known as Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, who immediately cast terror and fear amongst the loyal supporters of Imam Hussein. He had also quickly arrested a Muslim in Paya and executed him. Many of the Kufan supporters of Imam Hussein were sent into shock and terror, eventually retracting back on their requests to the Imam. Some completely abandoned and betrayed their previous show of support. Those few who refused to back down were incarcerated by Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. The Imam nevertheless decided to move towards Kufa, hoping that if he could enter the city, his supporters may be motivated to rejoin him. However, he was blocked in doing so by a battalion sent by Ibn Ziyad, led by Hur ibn Yazid. Hur prevented the Imam from entering the city and did not allow him to return back to Medina either. His battalion forced the Imam, his small group of followers, and his family members to move towards a deserted and barren land called Karbala, which they reached by the 2nd of Muharram, 61 Hijri. Once the Imam arrived in Karbala, Ibn Ziyad sent a large regiment of soldiers led by Umar ibn Sa'd to confront the Imam. A few days of deliberation and exchange took place until, on the 7th of Muharram, the army of Umar ibn Sa'd blocked access to the river for drinking water to the Imam's camp. On the 10th of Muharram, the Imam was repeatedly asked to give allegiance and to put his hand into the hand of Ibn Ziyad and ultimately Yazid, the Caliph. The Imam repeatedly refused to accept such an option. He chose martyrdom and death over the humiliation of having to give allegiance to this oppressive tyrant. An all-out battle ensued, resulting in the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, along with his family and his companions, in the most brutal of manners. The womenfolk and children were later taken.
Okay, so I think it's near the end. So later the women were taken as refuge, and then they went through Syria, and then ended up in Al-Madinah as prisoners. Okay, so did everyone sort of understand that? I know the sound wasn't very good, but the idea is that Imam Hussein alayhi salam had a mission, right? He had a mission to try to do something, because the direction that Yazid and Muawiyah were taking people was completely different to the direction of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam.
Why did Yazid so desperately want the support of the Imam?
Why did Yazid so desperately wanted the support of the Imam? Very good question. The answer is that he wanted his bay'ah, his allegiance. At that time, for someone to be the leader, so if I want to be the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, yeah, I have to go to really important people in UK and ask them for allegiance, and ask them to sign this paper to say that you, me, as in Ali, yes, you qualify to be the Prime Minister. So he desperately wanted Imam Hussein alayhi salam as someone who is important, and also that there was a treaty done, an agreement done between Imam Ali alayhi salam and Muawiyah to make sure that Al-Hasan alayhi salam takes over, and then consequently Imam Hussein alayhi salam. But that treaty was broken by Muawiyah, yeah? So therefore, Yazid wanted desperately for Imam Hussein alayhi salam to actually give him allegiance. And of course, Imam Hussein alayhi salam did not give him allegiance. Why? It's because Yazid did not follow the path of who? The path of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. So think about it. If Yazid, if the Imam Hussein alayhi salam sat at home, he said, look guys, I'm not bothered, yeah? All right, I'm not bothered. I'm just going to sit at home, right? And I'm going to tell my friends, look, Yazid is a bad guy and stuff like that. Then 1,400 years we are sitting here, right? Will probably be people who follow Yazid. Who was Yazid? Yazid was a corrupt person. He used to torture and kill people. Yazid was someone who was drunk while he was praying. Yeah? He was drinking alcohol, and that is haram in Islam. Yazid was someone who used to torture people. Yes, he used to hit people. Anyone who doesn't follow him, he used to torture them and hit them. Yeah? Yazid in general was a very bad person, very bad individual. If Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam sat at home, did nothing about this, and then he just let Yazid take over, then probably all of us will be Yazidis. Yeah? So we come and commemorate the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein every Muharram, not but just because I want to sit down and hear the lecture. No, it's because we've got to let that light completely lit, continuously lit, the light of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, the message of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein continuously lit. And by you attending the majalis, you'll continuously allow that candle. You know, have you seen the candle? Yes? And it's got a bit of fire on it. Yeah? You've got to make sure that it's always lit. By you attending the majalis, you'll continuously make it lit. Yeah? But if we were to sit at home and just say, look guys, I'm tired, I'm not bothered to come today. Oh, it's going to be a boring lecture. I want to stay at home and watch Britain's Got Talent. Right? Or I want to watch something on Netflix, a new film on Netflix. Or I want to watch whatever is going on Instagram and TikTok and all these things, which we will talk about in a few nights. Yeah? Then you are not the person who Imam Hussein alayhi salam wants you to be. You don't follow that particular path of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. He sacrificed himself, guys. Can you believe it? He actually sacrificed himself for us. He took his family and he went into the battlefield so that he can stop this tyrant. Can he stop this oppressor called Yazid to take over? And he was successful at the end. For us not to come and remember him, for us just to sit at home and do nothing, that's wrong. And of course, praise to all of you guys for coming today, wearing your black dress, and coming to commemorate the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Okay. So, what we want to talk about now, everyone okay? By the way, there is water there. I should be the one who's drinking water. You guys are not even talking. Actually, I will drink water. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. What we're going to talk about is a letter sent by Imam Hussein alayhi salam to his half-brother. Now, I want you to focus on this, yes? You might think it's getting a bit boring. You might think this is not what I wanted, right? But I need to explain to you something very important, right? And inshallah, from tomorrow, it will start getting, the topics will be more related to you guys. But I wanted to lay the foundations first on the first night for us to make sure that we understood why we're here. Yeah? What is the point that we always come to the majalis of Abu Abdullah? So this person, right, he's an actor in a film. Anyone seen Al-Mukhtar? Yeah? Nice film, isn't it? Yeah. So this person was an actor, but he was playing the half brother of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. What was his name? Yes? Muhammad ibn Hanafiya. Yeah, we're asking children, sorry. I know you know. Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, yes? Muhammad ibn Hanafiya is a half brother from a different mother. That rhymes. Yeah? Half brother to a different mother of who? Imam Hussein. Guys, I'm asking children. Of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Okay. So, I wanted to, what does this letter say? This letter says that what is the point of my mission? Yeah? He sent a letter to his brother. His brother told him, look, you know, he tried to dissuade him to go to Al-Kufa, and he said, look, it's going to be dangerous, you might die there. But then he wrote a letter, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, to his half-brother. What did he say? The most important thing he said, the path of Yazid is the wrong path, and I'm going to go and stop that path, even if it means that I'm going to sacrifice myself. How I'm going to do it? I'm going to change. This is so important. This is where I need you to wake up if you've been asleep, right? I want you to change. I want to change the community. I want to change the society so that they know the difference between good and bad. They know the difference between truth and falsehood. Yes? You guys with me? Yes? Excellent. So, I've tried to draw it like this. Look, so this is the path of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi, and Imam Ali and Imam Hassan. Muawiyah, yes? Who is Muawiyah? Yes.
Yazid's father.
Yazid's father. Very well done. Yazid's father was Muawiyah. Muawiyah took Islam into a very different path. Can you see that? This is the path of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Muawiyah took a different path, and his son, like our dearest brother said there, his son wanted to continue that path of Muawiyah. This is called the path of Bani Umayyah. Right? They were from the family of Bani Umayyah. Right? So then Imam Al-Hussein alayhi salam said they were at this point right here. Can you guys see it? They were at this point. And Imam Al-Hussein alayhi salam said, look, Muawiyah has already taken it this way. I'm not going to let Yazid continue doing that. Yeah? So then Imam Al-Hussein alayhi salam fought Yazid to continue that path of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Do you guys agree? Does anyone disagree? Do you understand? Does anyone not understand? This is so interesting, talking to you guys. It's terribly interesting. Anyone here? I could have practiced this by myself, you know, just like with no one here. I think I would receive the same feedback. You guys get it? Yeah? Good, good. Talk to me. Say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Say no.
No. Yes.
No, you're not supposed to say no. Because no means you don't get it. Okay? So that's the path of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, and that is the path of Hussein alayhi salam. So they were at this particular junction. So it was this junction that actually took the path of Muawiyah and the path of Yazid. Okay? So when we commemorate the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, we have taken this particular path. The path, we want to continue this path by you attending the majalis, by you coming and really understanding the reason why we commemorate the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. You get to understand and you get to contribute to this particular path, the path that continues from the path of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Now, what we want to do today is like an introductory session, okay? So I'm not going to take much long, but I wanted us to, if we are true Husseinis, if we are true that we want to follow that path of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, what do we need to do? We need to do like what Imam Hussein alayhi salam did, but in 2022. During the time of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he had no choice but to fight Yazid. Yes? To fight oppression, to fight injustice. Yes? Let me tell you some breaking news. Some breaking news. Live in Dar Al-Islam. Yeah? We all have a Yazid inside us. Every single person has a Yazid inside. If you were to open your body, I don't suggest anyone does that physically, but if anyone wants to open their body, you will find a Yazid inside. Yes? What you've got to do if you find a Yazid inside? What do you need to do? Yes?
Take it out?
Huh?
Take it out?
Take it out, yeah. Or you need to fight it, like Hussein fought it. Imam al-Hussein did not sit at home and did nothing. Right? Unfortunately, guys, a lot of us, through our behavior, we show the attributes and the characteristics of Yazid. So, when I speak back at my parents at a very angry tone, and I sometimes maybe say certain words that are inappropriate, that's a Yazidi style. That's not Hussein. That's Yazid inside me talking. When I talk about my friends behind their back, that's Yazid inside me talking. It's not Hussein. Yeah? When I am at a particular situation at home where I don't help my parents, when I'm sitting down in front of the Xbox or PlayStation on FIFA, I know you guys probably don't play this, but I'm just talking to them, right? Or what do you guys do? Oh, you're probably on TikTok or Instagram, right? Or on WhatsApp, right? So what happens is sometimes we say certain things that we don't really mean it, because we tend to do what? We tend to, it makes us completely sort of attracted to certain videos, certain things that we shouldn't really be focusing on. Is that a Hussein or a Yazid inside me? Yes? Yazid, yes. When I become at home or in the community, I don't really help anyone. I don't even try to attempt to help anyone. I just care about myself. I lock myself in my room and do nothing about it. Just on my phone or on my laptop or on my Xbox and do nothing. I'm not against all these things, guys. I will talk much more about them in the next few nights. But what I am saying is we've got to do things properly. If we do bad things, that is the Yazid inside us that is doing it. If we do good things, then of course that's the Hussein inside us. Right? You guys with me? Don't look at right, look at me. I am here. Yeah? So what do we need to do? We need to fight Yazid inside us. Yes. How do we do that? Oh, this keeps on. It gets bored, my laptop, of me talking all the time. So it goes to sleep. We need to change ourselves. Yes? What did Al-Hussein alayhi salam do? He said in that letter I talked about, who was the letter addressed to? Huh? Name, please? Muhammad? Anyone else? Muhammad ibn Hanafiya. Yes? Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, he was a half-brother of Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein sent him a letter. He told him, the way I'm going to make sure that we stop the oppression of Yazid is to change people. We've got to reform and change. How do we do that? That's the question. If everyone wants to become a Husseini, right? If you want to follow the path of Imam al-Hussein inside you, you've got to kill off the Yazid. The way to do that is we've got to change. And what I want you to do is I want you to promise yourself. No one else. You don't need to promise your parents. You don't need to promise me. Promise Tom, Dick and Harry. Yes? صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. Okay, Ahsan. We're going to finish in a bit. So don't worry about it. Okay? So what we've got to do is to change. How do we change? Can someone tell me suggestions? How do we change? Yes. Do good deeds. What does that mean?
As in, give back to the community, follow the laws and teachings of Islam.
Yeah, but give me something practical. Give me something that I can take home today and I can make sure I practice it. Salah? Salah, I pray every day, alhamdulillah. How can that change me? Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll be talking about what is the point of salah if I don't see God? No, I'm not asking you. What is the point of, although you're amazing, mashallah. What is the point of salah if I don't see God? Inshallah, you come and you will hear that. But today, I want us all to go back home motivated to change. The question we're going to ask and answer in the next few minutes is, how do we change? Any more ideas other than, yes?
Read dua for someone.
Sorry?
Read dua for someone.
Read dua for someone? Yeah, but I want you to change, not for someone else. Remember, the Yazid is inside you.
Well, I mean, if you do good things for the people, that's doing something good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, sister. Reciting Quran. How would reciting Quran help you? Purifies you, yeah. It purifies your heart. When you recite Quran, the more and more you recite, Yazid will become smaller and smaller inside you. Yeah? But the more bad stuff we do, we give Yazid much more strength, much more ammunition. Do you know what ammunition is? What's ammunition? Why do you say yes then? Ammunition, you know, a gun, you know, you put bullets in it, that's ammunition. Yeah? We need to shoot the Yazid inside us. Don't do this physically, guys. Don't do this at home. Yeah? Don't shoot anyone. This is recorded. I'm not calling for you to shoot anyone. Right? We're talking metaphorically. Do you know what metaphorically means? Just like example. Yeah? We need to make sure we eradicate Yazid inside us. Reading the Quran, getting to help people. What else? Give me some more. Not Bashir, wait. How? Tell me how. We are changing the bad actions, but how? 1 second, Yazid. Let's try to see someone else. Yes.
Being kind.
By being kind, amazing. By being kind, akhlaq really purifies. Yazid does not like akhlaq. Remember Yazid, what did he used to do? He used to kill people. He used to torture people. His akhlaq was very bad. So the Yazid inside us does not like akhlaq. When we have good akhlaq, it makes Yazid smaller. Smaller and smaller and smaller. However, when I become angry and shout at my parents or at my friends, and I just run away to my room and I shut my room. You know, sometimes when you shut your room, you got to shut it so loud that your parents will hear how loud you've shut the room. Shut the door on the room, yeah? So you just run upstairs and then shut it really hard. Yeah? You guys done that? No? You're not a proper teenager then. If you're like a proper teenager, you got to go up, be angry, go up the stairs and shut the door. Then you're a proper teenager. Yes.
But can your parents hear you from the garden?
Yes, of course they can hear you from the garden. Yeah. That means, but if you have a garden, you might not even have a garden. So, where were we? by reading the Quran, by helping others, by being kind, by having akhlaq, that helps to make Yazid smaller. Someone had a point here. Anyone? Yes. Have self-control. Do you want to expand a bit more? Think before. Ahsanti. Think before you do things. Use your mind before you do things. Why do we react so quickly? Remember, Yazid is shouting inside us. You know, sometimes when you want to get angry, you get this thing inside you that's hotting up. It's like it's boiling up. You know, when you put in the fire, yeah, again, don't do this at home. There's a lot of don't do this at home today, yeah? So when you put on the oven or something starts to heat up, yeah? This is what happens inside us when we want to get angry, yeah? When we get angry, we start to heat up, yeah? Make sure you put on some cold water inside you, yeah? And again, I mean metaphorically. I got to stop metaphorical examples with you guys in case you go and really do it. Wait, tahwaya, mashallah. You do a lot of, mashallah, a lot of thinking. And Bashir as well. Wait, Bashir. Anyone else, give me a practical solution so that we can diminish the Yazid inside us. Anyone else? Wait, Bashir. Anyone else? Yes. We said read Quran. Absolutely, read Quran. Wait, انت شنو اسمك؟ Muhammad al-Ta'i. Just give me a few. I know you're an amazing guy, by the way. Amazing guy. Let's do a salawat for Muhammad al-Ta'i. Any of the sisters, give me an example of how can we change. Give me a practice, something that we can all practice. Yes. Pray. Ahsanti. So pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. When we pray, we need to focus on our prayer. Yeah? Isn't just about going up and down. Isn't just about me ticking the box. It's about making sure that I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly. Yes? So, what I want you to do, guys, is I want you to go away today, think about one thing you need to change so that you can diminish the Yazid inside you and strengthen the Hussein. Otherwise, what is the point that we're here? Just so that we can just sit down and listen to a lecture and then go back home and be the same people? That's not what Hussein sacrificed himself. That's not why he sacrificed himself and his family, just so that we can sit here, listen to a lecture and be the same people. Let's wake up here, yeah? We need to change ourselves. One thing, I'm gonna promise you, I need to change, right? Is I need to read more Quran. I have abandoned the Quran. And I say this out loud, and I'm ashamed of it, yeah? I need to read more Quran. I listen to Quran, but I don't read much. I need to at least read 1 page a day. It would be nice because that will diminish my Yazid. What is it that you will do to diminish your Yazid? That's the question that I want all of you to take away from tonight, inshallah. I would love to see you tomorrow. Again, we're going to talk about Salah. What is the point of Salah if I can't see God? We're going to talk about God and why do we believe in God if we don't even see Him? Yes, we're going to talk about that, inshallah. Come a bit earlier than 8:15. We can, inshallah, discuss that. Does anyone have a final question other than you? بعدين أنا وياك نسولف. Yeah? Anyone final question? Okay. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد later on.